This is my 2025 Solana Hackathon submission. My name is Gary Kozlowski, and this is Vertra, the Internet Safety and Compliance Layer. New York City's compliance system is a four-way failure. The main problem is that the majority of companies, regardless of if they are using software or not, just miss their inspections. 91.6% of reports miss violations, and violations make up inspections. So pretty much whether you have software or not, it's just people, there's not, either they're not doing the job or they're not managing it or they just don't care. And it really seems like a lot of these companies just don't care, because I've heard of instances where companies are getting upwards of $8 million per year in fines, and they're just eating those costs. And we see this on both sides, where both enterprise businesses are suffering and local businesses are suffering. My solution primarily focuses on the local user and the mechanic user, and then we kind of move over to enterprise later. But so it does target all areas, but this is a major problem, and we need to figure out a way to get these inspections done quicker, and so that the city can become a safer place. Verta is a free elevator compliance app. One wallet is free forever, identity is on-chain, DLB forms, routes, and proof of work all in one tap. Add wallets for $3 per month each. Multi-account control, governance, auto-file, no fines. Small shops can run like big enterprises. Every job is public, verifiable, and on-chain. No DLB keys, no gatekeepers, clean exports to SQL or NoSQL. Mobile first. No install, real-time sync from the chain. On-chain proof of work. Free to start, $3 per extra wallet. Vertra turns compliance into an edge. Workflow step, route setup. The problem: manual tracking equals missed deadlines, lost routes, no visibility for enterprise or solo mechanics. The solution: the route setup page. On this page, we can auto-generate compliance routes, assign 1 to 100 plus wallets in one click. Mechanics can build their own routes, no SaaS gatekeeper, and compliance route is tied to DOB deadlines and building data. No more paper, no more missed jobs. Enterprise scales instantly, independently, one system, full control, zero friction. Workflow step, mechanic. Mechanics lack efficient guided workflows, paper logs, no GPS, no real-time sync. The solution: GPS locked, step-by-step routes, auto push from the route setup page to the mechanic's wallet. DOB surveys are built in, verifiable location, time, all in one tap on the submit. The impact: increased efficiency, reduced errors, the app becomes their co-pilot and not a burden. Workflow step, prove the work. The problem: on-site inspections are inconsistent and very hard to verify. The solution: at each stop, the mechanic completes the official DOB survey directly in our app with verified location and timestamp. The impact: immutable proof of work plus a modern toolkit that helps mechanics run their day, manage routes and schedules, track jobs and time, and see earnings in one account. Less admin, more paid work. Workflow step, get proof. The problem: no immutable record of compliance equals fines and safety risks. Solution: every submitted job is instantly written on-chain and tied to the mechanic's wallet. Impact: a permanent audit trail for the building, missing proofs, failure, drop to zero. So far, we've accomplished a lot. Live and on-chain, when an address is entered, the map pin locks. When a route is published, the wallet signs the transaction. Cookies are cleared, the route reloads from the chain. Proof is 100% on-chain. For surveys are tracked per wallet. For UI and filtering, The interface is optimized for mobile, transaction views, support custom filtering, and for the Part Explorer is launched. It provides the foundation for our machine learning and transaction enhancement system for the future. Market: $2.1 billion New York City elevator opportunity here. 71,000 elevators, $3,000 of average fine equals around $200 million of risk per year. 1% penetration equals 2.1 million ARR. Small shops, no software, pen and paper in 2025, no park data, no public DOB access. They're dying under regulation. We are here to free them. Phase 2 is to scale outside of elevators, as the DOB also heavily regulates everything in buildings, such as boilers, fire, and HVAC systems. So we intend to finish this elevator system up for those mechanics and get good quality software in their hands, and then we want to move on to other types of real world assets in these buildings in the future, and just continue building and helping the community. Business model: free for mechanics, tiered for owners. Free. The mechanics app is free, giving them a wallet, routes, and on-chain proof of work. Business: building pays $9 per month for compliance alerts and queryable insights, as well as APIs. Enterprise: this tier is for large accounts, unlocking our AI features, automations, and advanced analytics with custom pricing. Here's our 4-part plan to build the Moonshot Data Flywheel. First, we win NYC mechanics. We launch a free app that solves compliance and gets us to the 100K MRR. This captures our core users in our first data flow. Second, DAO and governance. We hand control to the mechanics, they stake to vote, and the community owns the platform. This builds a loyal, decentralized network. Third, Part Explorer and AI. We launch a marketplace for parts. Every on-chain transaction trains our AI, building predictive failure models. Finally, the internet safety layer. We sell this predictive data to manufacturers. We scale to 50 cities, hit 100 million ARR, and become the oldest decentralized safety without ever owning any physical assets. What's going to happen is these companies, they put sensors on their elevators, and it costs them millions of dollars to do so. And they don't even really gather a lot of good data. Every time the elevator goes up and down, yes, it's gathering data. But imagine if you have 5,000 people in a building and we were able to tap into their phones for movement data, sound data, and vibration data. And as they use the elevator, it just records every time. And we could collect an enormous amount of data. And the companies would easily come to us because we're creating more data points, which their current sensors are already gathering. And many of these elevators don't even have sensors installed on them. So we're creating a decentralized sensor network, which will create a much smarter and safer city. So why will our data flywheel win? It's simple. We've completely changed the economics of data. Let's look at the old way. It's a data silo. Manufacturers charge millions for expensive proprietary IoT sensors. They lock that data away in their silos. The building owners who actually own the equipment often can't even access their own data. It's expensive, restrictive, and inefficient. Now look at the Vertra way. We're building a data marketplace. Instead of expensive hardware, we've created a zero-cost sensor network. How? Our sensors are mechanics and the occupants already in the building, using their phones and interacting with the equipment. This gives us a 1,000x more data than the few expensive sensors they ever could install. And most companies don't even have any sensors installed, so that's why it's 1,000x. And critically, this data is owned by the user's wallet, not by us. Here's the killer application. Think about an elevator. A manufacturer might have one sensor on the motor. We have that data from every single user, every mechanic's repair, every occupant's ride. Companies will come to us because we can gather sensor data from every use of that elevator. Data they don't even have sensors for. They have no other way to get this. They will indefinitely come to us for this insight. So what's the result? We build the richest, most open, predictive engine in the world. And we do it for $0 in hardware costs with an AI trained on real world assets that we don't even own. That is why our data is unbeatable. So why did we build Vertra on Solana? It's a practical choice. Our platform has real world requirements that only Solana can meet. First, real world speed. A mechanic on a job site needs a usable app. They won't wait 30 seconds for a transaction. Solana's sub-second finality works. Second, real world scale. We're processing millions of data points from mechanics and occupants. This is only sustainable with fraction of a cent fees. Third, real world identity. The mechanics wallet acts as their own on-chain resume for a proof of work system. We've tested other chains. Many need L2s, which add complexity. Solana's UX is straightforward and built for this kind of integration. We stay focused and keep building. This is how we're making it work in the real world. Finally, why am I the one to build this? I am Derek Slusky, a full stack cloud engineer, and I'm a second generation elevator insider. My family has over 40 plus years in elevator industry experience with clients like Otis, and I have direct experience with private equity and venture capitalist firms. I also have a lot of experience working and speaking with all different types of people in the elevator industry, all different types of positions, people on site, people working on the elevator itself, working with executives, just the whole entire overall experience. I have a track record of closing $100 million enterprise deals for elevator software companies. I've been to elevator trade shows and I've sold to small companies and large companies. It doesn't matter how large your company is or how small it is. If I build software and I'm trying to sell it, I'm pretty convincing. I built NYC's only working DOB inspection and ERP platform, which is already live in hundreds of buildings and it's delivering results. Here's our 12-month use of funds plan. First, we're going to launch the iOS and Android mobile app. Next, we're going to build a part explorer. This is our person-to-person marketplace combined with a part recognition system. A mechanic can scan a failing part, instantly identify it, and buy it on the network. Then we will launch our predictive maintenance engine. And here is the critical link. The part explorer and recognition system are the primary data source for our part predictive engine. Every part that is scanned, every part that is purchased is a real-time data point on what is failing, where it is failing, and when. This data stream is what allows our AI to work. There are two parts of the same system. From there, we will launch our rewards program and airdrop to give our early adopters the mechanics ownership of the network and just really get people excited about it. This is the foundation for our multi-year plan to scale our NYC, to scale from New York City to 50 cities, set the new safety standard, and reach 100 million ARR.